Awesome. Thank you. All right. And I'm going to go ahead to full screen. All right. Welcome, everyone. Hello. Thanks, everyone, for joining. And I think that we're going to be joined by several other people. We have thank you, lots of folks that have signed up for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and put everybody that's not going to be speaking on mute. That way, we're not. But if you guys have questions, you can go ahead and put them in the chat. Or we are also going to be live on Facebook and YouTube. So Corey has shared the YouTube with our Facebook and then also we're going to be on YouTube. So if you prefer not to be on camera for those things, just put yourself off camera. Just want to mention that moving forward. I'm Jillian Graber, the Executive Director of Protect PT, and we are joined by Russell Zarbo tonight. If we want to go ahead and go to the next screen, we've got a little bit about who we are. Thank you all for joining us. So Corey, we'll just go to the next slide. Sorry about that. Corey's trying to multitask. He's our guy on the back end here, making sure that all the tech is working properly. So thank you, Corey, for doing that, and thank you, Chelsea, for helping out as well tonight, and for all the wonderful slides you put together. So we have a little bit about who Clean Air Council is. They're an environmental health advocacy organization fighting for everyone's right to a healthy environment, and we at Protect BT have worked with the council for a long time, so we're really happy to continue that partnership this evening. And so Russell, just a little bit about him. He has been an advocate for the Clean Air Council since 2012, and he helps residents in Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey communicate with government regarding environmental issues. He has a bachelor's degree in government with a minor in anthropology from the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. And Russell is passionate about all things air, water, and waste, which is, I have found to be totally true in the time that we have worked together. So just to give you a little bit about Protect PT, we are a nonprofit organization dedicated to ensuring the residents' safety, security, and quality of life by engaging in education and advocacy to protect economic, environmental, and legal rights of people in Westmoreland and Allegheny County. So much smaller than folks there at Clean Air Council. We're a grassroots organization. I'm the executive director and one of the co-founders of the organization, and we're really excited to have you guys here tonight to join us for this webinar. So go ahead to the next screen. And we're going to keep letting folks in. Corey, I'm going to have you do that while we're recording. Okay, so just a kind of little overview of what we're going to go over tonight. First, we're going to do a review of fracking and kind of what we're talking about here, what type of infrastructure we're talking about. We're going to talk about oil and gas pollution. What is it and why is it dangerous? What the methane rule is. We're here really to talk about the EPA methane rule and what does this rule affect? How does it affect you as an individual? We're also going to talk about, what could be improved in this proposal. And so if you plan to make comments, which are due here in February, we encourage you to add some of this stuff into your comment. We're going to teach you how to do that. How can you make comments on these things? And so we're going to talk about what needs to be strengthened and what recommendations should be made into the rule. We're also going to talk about some of the cool stuff that's in there now that folks like Russell had a part in making sure we're included in the rule. And finally, how can you get involved? And how can you make sure that your voice is heard for this federal rule? So, kind of a rare opportunity to comment on a federal policy. So go ahead to the next screen, Corey. All right, so we have a little infographic here for you, just to kind of give you an idea of what we're talking about. You might hear the word compressor station, you might hear the word drill rig, and so there's a lot of different ways that emissions can happen, with the drilling and fracking operations. you know, whether it's the extraction point, which is the actual site that is being drilled and fracked, to all along the pipeline, anywhere there is a valve or fitting or station where the pipes go into, at any point there could be a leak. There could be emissions. There are pigging operations, which are places where natural gas, pipelines get cleaned and things like that. And we're going to talk about those big emitters. So like compressor stations, like is in the background here. This is actually the Tompkins compressor station here in Westmoreland County, Murraysville area, and something that we commented on. And thanks to the help of Russell, we were able to make a good comment on some of the different changes that are happening at that compressor station, which has been leaking. And so we're going to talk about how this methane rule will help for things, infrastructure like this going forward. Go ahead to the next screen. All right, so Russell, I'm going to let you take the reins here, and we're going to engage and have this conversation. If folks have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. If there are people live that are joining us live, you can go ahead and put your live questions in the chat as well, and we'll try to make sure we get to those too. So go ahead, Russell, take it away.